All right, kids, we are back. The day has finally arrived. Naturally, I forgot my microphone, so hopefully the audio is good on this. It is a bit windy. We are in the big pig pasture. And yes, this is the bigger piglets shelter. We got their water set up. It's moving day. So my wife had a surprise day off. She was on call, so I couldn't really go work in the shop because if I needed to go in, I couldn't really stop cutting up pigs. So we decided to have a work day today. So I came out and installed this. So this is a partition gate between the boar pen, or now it's going to be the piglet pen, and the main paddock. So this allows me to be able to put whatever piglets are in this smaller pasture into this pasture without having to get trailers involved, without having to move anything. They can go right in here. So now everyone quiet down now. They saw me walk through with a bucket of feed, so now everyone's pissed. So I've gone through, I went and checked all the fences, cleared up some grounds that we had. We were having some electrical issues, and naturally my tester wasn't working, but I tell you what I did. This fence is hot. Fence is real hot. So it's time. We're gonna go ahead and put these guys in. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you up, and we'll see how difficult it is to get them through here. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. They're moving pretty good. And after that, we'll probably get some B-roll of them running around. I'm hoping they go to explore pretty quick, and then of course we'll come over and look at the piglets because they're freaking adorable. They're escape artists. I'll kind of show you right now. They can squeeze through the gate to this paddock, so they come in here and escape mom. And what they also do is, because I'm a bit of a dummy, I don't know if I mentioned it in a couple of the last videos. I know I mentioned it on the podcast with Brian the other day. If you look at this line of fence, can't really see it on camera, it's the multi-species fence. So on the bottom, it's supposed to have smaller squares, and on the top, it has the bigger ones. Well, I put them in upside down. And turns out, piglets squeeze through the big ones. So they've been running around everywhere. They've been in the cow pasture, they've been in the driveway, they've been getting in the barn. So it's been pretty funny. I've been putting up a couple TikToks about them. But we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna go ahead, set you guys up. We're gonna open these gates and we're gonna see what happens. Come on, you big pigs. Get over here. Quick. Oh, now you're all sleeping. I see how it is. This'll get them. Hey! I got something for you. Oh, everyone's got a little pep in their step now. What's that? Is that green grass? Oh. You don't gotta stop the first 1.5 feet. There's green grass everywhere. Stand back here, let them all come in. We'll close the gate once they're all past the point. We spilled a little bit of corn, so of course they're going to stop right there, right in the way of the fence. Yeah, there's a big old thing right there. Pigs are on big pasture. All right. So they're chowing down right now. We'll stay in here for a little bit. I assume once that's gone, they're gonna start exploring a little bit more. So I'll go ahead and pull you guys back once they start running around. All right, so big pigs finish up their corn. So they're not moving very far. So I figured I'd bring you over here and show you the piglets. Because like I said, they like to come in here, escape from mom from a little bit. They got full roost over here and they are getting freaking huge. It's fun to see. And like I said, there are some that are a lot more outgoing than others. You got the lazy bums over here sitting by the wallow. But this group right here, they are freaking menaces. They go through all the fences, they're running around the driveway, they've been in the barn, but they are doing freaking great. I keep laughing at this paddock because it just proves that pigs are better gardeners than I am. All of these are tomato plants. We got some tomato plants and pumpkins over there by the fence line. A bunch of these have fruit on them. So I'm just gonna let them grow. Tally is gonna be coming in here once the piglets are weaned off. So we'll just let her go to town on some produce. But again, these guys are doing freaking great. I couldn't be happier with them. A bunch of them are losing the chipmunking and getting their final colors that they're gonna have. So that's pretty fun. I haven't decided yet if I will be keeping a boar out of this group. There is one that I really do like. I just don't know how I'm gonna shuffle pigs around, make it work, because if I keep a boar, I'm probably not gonna keep them in with the feeders because I don't need any unplanned pregnancies with siblings. But again, it's something we'll figure out along the way. And I definitely don't want him breeding back to his mom, which there's such a size difference. I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue. So maybe they'll end up in together. I'm not sure yet, but we'll whip it around. And these guys are still just slopping up whatever corn they got. It's gonna take them a bit to figure out this whole space. Because like I mean, if you look at the size of their old pen, and then they have all of this to run around in. And I have to make sure I remember that gate is touching the fence because I don't want to shock myself. I pulled their corn up because, again, I want to see them move and I need instant gratification. But let's go see if I can get these guys moving a little bit. Again, this is a whole new world to them, so we'll give them some time. I'll come back out here a little bit later with the camera because by then they're going to be moving around like crazy. But again, I mean, they have so much more room in here, so many more trees to deal with, so much more grass. There wasn't a ton of grass in the paddock they were in just because it was the former cow pasture. So they had that pretty mowed down and they went through and there's holes down there that are 3 feet deep. They tore it up, which is going to do very well for this paddock. You can kind of see it in the camera over here. There is a fence that runs in this tree line. We are going to pull it out at some point, but instead of me going in there with loppers and weed whackers and everything else, we're just going to let the pigs do it. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not a big deal, but I'd like to get it out just for cosmetic reasons. But yeah, no, they're going to have a hell of a time. I'm going to be a nervous wreck for the next week until they figure out all the boundaries and stuff like that. That's why I kind of did it with enough daylight during the day. You never want to move an animal into a pen, especially with electric, at like right before dark, because that's when they start running through fences. That's when issues happen. So we have more than enough time for them to kind of explore. That's kind of why I have the food and their shelter over right in this corner, right next to their old pen, so they can feel safe over here. It's going to take a couple days for them to really explore what's going on. But yeah, so we will see what's going on. I do just have to show you that little guy right there, just soaking up the sun. Again, these guys are freaking great. I am so happy with how these turned out. And I'm looking forward to see what comes from them for this Friday. I'm not looking forward to, because most, if not all, of these boys are going to be losing their nuts. So that will be an interesting event and an interesting video. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go ahead. I'll shut this off and we'll come back and check in a little bit later once these guys have had a little more time to explore and move around. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, kids, it's feeding time. Later in the night, and as you can see, everyone's patiently waiting. I figured I'd just take you along while we feed. Pop you over. Yeah. I know. It's so crazy. Nope, don't knock over the camera. Yes, I get it. Take care of them first, or else they'd attack the hell out of us. It's soft in here. We'd be getting a ton of rain, but everybody's doing good. Babies are starting to eat some solids, quite a bit of solids actually. I've seen them grazing a bunch too, because again, they get out through this fence, so they'll be pushing around over there. Nub's usually chasing them back in. So I did remove that line right there. So this is eventually where the piglets will end up going. So I figured if they come sneaking here, I'm fine with it. And then we got these suckers. So I've seen them moving around a bunch. As you can see, they've already started tearing everything up. So what I'm gonna do, we'll put you right there, and we're gonna feed everybody. I know. All right, let's bring you through without zapping myself on the ground line, which I very jankily put in. All right, so we're back here in the big pen. More than likely, I probably won't be doing much feeding in bowls anymore. I want them to go through here and root everything up. Again, they found their water just fine. I've seen them moving all the way up. They've got a ton of space in here, and I'm so excited that they're in here now. They're super happy. They've had the zoomies all afternoon. I've been running around with the kids, so I haven't been able to come out and take much video with them, but I think this is going to be a great place for them. They're going to grow out real well. I'm looking forward to it. And there's a random cat. No idea. But yeah, they got a ton of room. They don't know what's going on. They're trying to figure everything out. But they're getting big. Please don't knock over the camera. But I need to go back and actually get the exact age on them. I do forget. I think they're probably right around, right close to 4 months, I would say. So they're big enough that they're moving in. Hey, Bubba, what are you doing? But they're doing a great job. They're getting big. So, but yeah. So I want to come out and finish that video with you guys. I'll be giving updates, obviously. And then if you're more an instant gratification person, I'm posting a bunch of stuff on TikTok about them, about the new piglets, stuff like that that's going around. So if you want to keep up to date, go ahead and follow us over on TikTok over at the Body Shop 603. Or not, I'm sorry, Backwoods Butcher 603. So until next time, have a good one.